One last thing I want to ask you guys about. So the Cleveland Browns lost this game, but it was a very close game. What does this mean for the Browns? They're 9-4 now. They're still the top wild card spot in the AFC. What does this mean? You guys think this is like the start of the end, maybe, or is this just a bump in the road? Because to me, they were impressive even in the loss. They were really impressive because if you look at Baker Mayfield's stats, the dude was actually off the chain. The dude had 343 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he also had a rushing touchdown, dude. So it's not like he was a scrub in this game. What do you guys think about that?
What do I think about Baker Mayfield going off? I think this is a good sign for the Browns. As Baker's, he's been wrongfully accused of being a shitty player throughout most of his career, or people just don't like him. I think this is good. I think this puts the Browns into we're going to see a different animal out the Browns this coming week. We're going to see a different animal out of them. We're going to see a team that actually wants to win. They have a reason now, That's what I think we're going to see out the Browns compared to my Steelers. But we're going to see them put it into Steeler mode, baby, which is win now and fuck everybody else. That's what we're going to see out of the Browns.
I will admit that Cleveland, one thing that I noticed from just the way that game ended and that last drive from Baker, how they were able to come back and they were able to, basically when Hollywood Brown ran that in, you guys went for the 2. You got it with Dobbins. And then the way they were able to come back, they were able to score within a minute, basically. It was under a minute they were able to score. This is not the same Browns team from years past. This is not the same Browns team. All those years of having number 1, all those years of picking number 1 overall, it's finally going to pay dividends. I think they finally have assembled enough pieces to the point where this Cleveland, like I told you, I watched what they did in my team last week. That's not a coincidence. This is a Browns team with a lot of talent. I think in the past they've had a lot of talent, have not known what to do with it. But now they have talent and they can be a fucking dark horse in the playoffs. Don't forget, Odell is still Odell. Jarvis Landry is still Jarvis Landry. Don't sleep on this kid, Donovan Peoples-Jones out of Michigan. I watched this kid light my fucking Titans up. Do not sleep on that kid. And Baker, like you said, he's been scrutinized his entire career. He was a walk-on, transferred to Oklahoma, won the Heisman. Oklahoma underachieved. People still believe Oklahoma should have won that game against Georgia, but the jury's still out on that in the Rose Bowl a couple years ago. But this is not the same Browns team, dude. They've built this fucking team up. This is a team that is not just going to succeed now. They're probably going to make the playoffs this year, but this is a team that could be dangerous in years down the road.
Let me just say this. I've seen this team my whole life. I've been watching the Browns. I've been watching them get their ass kicked by the Ravens and the Steelers every year. Until that changes, I'm not going to change my opinion of the Browns. I'm sorry. This is arguably the most talented team in football. You can say that they're the most talented team in football.
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom. No, but arguably. Like, I'm trying, for argument's sake, they're one of the more talented teams in football, right? They're all young. These receivers. They're young. They got a two-headed monster at running back. They got Baker Mayfield, who is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL, who deserved to be picked number 1 because he's got the talent. The only thing that I've ever criticized Baker Mayfield is on his footwork. The dude needs to get his footwork together. That's the only thing separating him from becoming an elite quarterback. But you can say all of that. You can say they're the most talented team. You can say that Baker Mayfield's an elite quarterback. You can say that Jarvis Landry, Odell, Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, all these guys are ballers, and you'd be right. But you're forgetting one critical aspect of it, and that's organizational structure, and that's organizational history. The Cleveland Browns organization is by far the worst run organization in professional sports in America. That's not even a question. Right?
It's up there.
Right.
I think Cincinnati rivals them. Believe it or not. Cincinnati's bad.
Hey, Cincinnati's been to the playoffs. Cincinnati's been to a Super Bowl. So you can say whatever you want about Cincinnati. You can say that they're trash, but the Cleveland Browns haven't shown anything. They've shown nothing since 1994, since the Ravens left or since the Browns left and became the Ravens. They've showed nothing but ineptitude as far as running the franchise. And until that changes, I'm telling you, their ceiling right now is the Dallas Cowboys. Because you know how we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys every year? Oh, they're the most talented team in football. Oh, they got this great offensive line. Oh, they got this elite quarterback. They're going to pay Dak. They're not going to pay Dak. They got Zeke. They paid Zeke. He's in Cabo, whatever. We're always talking about them. And what do they always do, Andrew? Every single year, they underperform. Every single year they underperform,
they bow out,
and that's what the
Cleveland
Browns are going to be doing. I'm telling you, I know this team. I know what they are. I know how they work. The Cleveland Browns are one of the worst teams in professional football history. They've shown nothing to prove that they can actually win consistently. And I'm telling you, you guys want to say talent can overcome sometimes? Sometimes talent can't overcome these things. All of these things matter. You need to be able to do that to sustain. That's why teams like the Giants, Steelers, Ravens, all of these teams, the Colts even, they're consistently winners. They're like every 10 years, the Packers, they win a chip. They win a title because from top down, they're a well-run team. Jimmy Haslam has not shown that he's willing to make that commitment to become a well-run team. He's made some okay moves, but I'm telling you, dude, I've seen this story before. Back in 2013, Browns started 7-4. Everybody lost their minds. What did they do? They finished the season 7-9. Next year, they went 4-12, and nobody thought about them again until now. So I'm telling you,
which is why
the Browns, like, you need everything. Everyone needs to hold their horses. If they win a playoff game, that's when we need to start taking this team very seriously. But I don't see that happening.
Which is why my thing with Cleveland is I'm not setting it in stone that they're definitely here to stay for the next few years. I will give them that, yes, top to bottom. You look up and down their roster, they're young as hell. They have a shit ton of it is the amount of talent on that roster, dude. It's fucked. Like, it is. Even some of their dudes that they have that are second, third round draft picks were first round talents. Like, that's how good the talent is. But right, we're going to have to end up seeing what happens, because let's say they get to the playoffs, they bow out in the first round, people start pointing fingers, because what we've seen this with teams. Teams get to the playoffs, a team has a good season. Cleveland is not known for, having good seasons like this. This is one of the best seasons they've had in years. I'm emphasizing years, because they've been so bad for so long. And we're going to have to see if they have a deep playoff run and everything like that, and everything is able to mesh, everyone is on the same page, everything's all good, then we could end up seeing them have the carryover effect. Like I keep bringing up Tennessee. Our team, for example, we got to the playoffs, had a deep run last year, and you're seeing a carryover effect. Or it could be something where your team gets to the playoffs, get bounced early, whether it's in the divisional round or whether it's in the wild card round. People start pointing figures, and then because that organization is so poorly run at the top, you might end up seeing dudes getting traded in the offseason, and that's something that I think could hurt Cleveland. In the meantime, though, I think Cleveland, they have a legitimate shot. I don't know if they're going to, because that division looks a lot different now than it did 2 weeks ago.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. For more content, please hit that notification bell, comment, subscribe, and everything like that. And just remember, keep it real.